afternoon, everyone, and thank you for coming. I love Grande Prairie. I believe passionately in Grande Prairie and its residents, and in caring for our communities, building a vibrant city, and making our communities safe. I believe in serving our community and making Grande Prairie our proud home. I am Tammy Brown, and I'm running for City Council in this fall's election. I have lived in Grande Prairie for the past 27 years. My husband and I moved to Grande Prairie just as newlyweds, looking for the opportunity for a future life as a family. Many of you can tell the same story. I grew up in rural central Alberta town of Didsbury. From there I moved to Calgary and attended SAIT to obtain a power engineering diploma with a third-class STEAM certificate. When I graduated from SAIT, I was the second female to have done so in the 28-year running power engineering program. While at SAIT, I was involved in the Student Association and sat 3 years on SAIT's Institutions Governance Board. After post-secondary, I worked for Shell Canada for a while as an operator. Moving to Grande Prairie, I've worked a few years for the Grande Prairie Council for lifelong learning as a program facilitator and instructor. I've also worked in the retail industry in Grande Prairie, getting to know many of you over the years. I am married to Aaron Brown, who has worked at the Pulp Mill International paper for the past 25 years, managing the power and utilities. I am proud to have raised 2 daughters here in Grande Prairie who have experienced many opportunities that this community has to offer to their development. Working part-time has allowed me to be dedicated to raising my family, but also having the ability to volunteer in our community. I've gotten a little older, and I realize the value of volunteering in the community. I like to dedicate my time to governance, which has prepared and shaped me for council. I've played the role in education process. I've sat as a vice chair for the past 10 years on the Catholic School Parent Council of my daughter's schools. I've taken part in governance roles and sporting activities. I've sat on the Grande Prairie Public Library Board for 6 years and held the position on the board as their finance chair for 3 years. From this position, I sat on the Peace Library System Board and their executive committee for 3 years. I sat on the Pursuit of Excellence Committee for 9 years, which is a committee that was established after the Canada Winter Games to promote sports growth in our community. Presently, I sit on Grande Prairie's Community Advisory Committee. I am proud for the accomplishments and growth I've seen in all of these boards and committees to helping our community grow. As your city councillor, I believe in serving our community and making Grande Prairie our proud home. I will do this by being grounded, working hard, and being committed. Grande Prairie is made of many communities that make this city great. It is with love and compassion for each other that strengthens us as a city. The unity of all communities and groups and businesses that support each other to become the best self. A city that embraces the arts and humanities. This passion we have for each other has helped Grande Prairie grow to the city it is today. I will advocate for you and work for a positive partnership with other municipalities, the province, and the federal government. As a councillor, I'm committed to have tough conversations to help Grande Prairie plan forward to grow and prosper. I want to work together for you and your families for growth, sustainability, and for economically responsible city for continued prosperity. As a city, we have experienced hardships of COVID-19 and its effects on the city itself. I will look at areas of support for our city to encourage rebuilding and growth. I will support and advocate for economic development in our area, creating jobs and opportunities. I will advocate for fiscal responsibility in maintaining existing city infrastructure, and I will fight for the hard-working families of Grande Prairie for control and manage spending of the city's budget and to control capital spending. This would be a goal for myself as your city councillor to help manage your taxes. I will support and strive for a friendly, comfortable, and safe place for our residents that preserves the best of small town life in the city. For our police and fire services are available to our residents. I will support and advocate for safety and beautification within our city. For these areas are now more important than ever to our families and residents. For curb appearance of our streets, benefiting our residents and welcoming to our visitors. For awareness of our communities and groups. For public transportation within our city to be of access to all residents. The safety and well-being of every resident is the utmost importance. As a city councillor, I will be dedicated to you and your families here in Grande Prairie. I will attend and take part in meetings showing leadership. As a councillor, I am committed to have tough conversations to help Grande Prairie plan forward and grow and prosper in an efficient fiscal manner. I will understand the policies and bylaws and be there to review them. I will advocate for you and work for positive partnerships. But most of all, I will be approachable, I will be here for you, and I will represent the Grande Prairie residents in our city as your councillor. I believe in building Grande Prairie's future upon our community's strengths, making a quality of life that all city residents want to achieve together. Thank you for your support, and I look forward to the campaign trail and the election to come.